Dog, what about the Lakers?
We do agree on.
Yeah.
They don't like Boston, man. That's one thing about us, man. We don't like Boston, man.
That's what we gonna go to the game and bring this thing on home. We the good luck charm.
Yes, sir. Connect the dots.
That's right. We see y'all. Yeah, that's right.
That.
Game 7. That's what's up.
Sean Diddy Combs coasted for years on a bubble of power, cash, and clout that kept real trouble at bay, but that bubble has burst wide open. Buzz is building around The Reckoning 2, the sequel doc set to unleash all the juicy footage acts from Part 1, with 50 Cent possibly dragging major celebs into the light. Hip-hop's top tier stays zipped, no call-outs or defenses.
Not again, mentioned him in December of 2020, but everybody beat the hell out of me. Screw you, that can't be true. What the hell do I know, right? And then recently it just came out again that Snoop Dogg got accused of actually trafficking children. And what did everybody do? Ooh, Snoop Dogg is at the halftime. I'm going to the halftime. But we canceled Dr. Seuss.
Nothing like the instant pile-on Harvey Weinstein got, leaving folks wondering if it's career jitters or that street-smart stay-in-your-lane vibe running deep in the culture, a silence that basically greenlights the mess. Snoop Dogg tops the list of names in the crosshairs, linked to Diddy for decades through collabs, wild parties, and easy industry overlaps, like their shared Lakers love and game night banter.
Tupac got killed and they squashed everything. I think Little C's even confirmed that.
Bruh, listen to me. Bruh, listen here. Motherfuckers think I make all this shit up, bruh. I don't make none of this shit up, say. Look at the actions. Lil C said they was in motherfucking Cali for 2 months, right?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I think he did say they was in Cali for 2 months. Yeah, you right, he did say that.
All right. You my man, Pox and Pain.
Accusations flared up against Snoop as early as 2020 with heavy claims of misconduct, resurfacing lately with even darker child-related allegations. Yet it all blew over. No deep dives, no fallout. Just fans cheering him at halftime shows and Super Bowls, while the world rages over plastic straws instead. Ali Carter first sounded the alarm back then, naming Snoop in serious dirt
I'm gonna tell you where the good places to eat and everything. And whatever you need to know,
all that, right? All right. Why you gonna do that, Art? Let's keep it funky right now. Cause I'm tired of this shit, man. Let's get down to it. Why you gonna tell me that, Art? Cause you my man, Pots and Pans, right?
Right.
We gonna hook up. What picture you see with Snoop and Big while they was out there?
Slammed and shrugged off for it. She's now doubled down with feds via affidavit, sketching underground tunnels from Diddy's spots to the Playboy Mansion. Blueprints prove they snaked to celeb paths, tying Diddy, Birdman, Denzel, and more to alleged abuse at one of those infamous parties. Ali Carter's affidavit also names Washington and Young Jock, painting a chilling picture of her time as a party.
Let's keep it a buck. Big got in that studio and said, I don't know why this Snoop's calling me. I'm not telling this where I'm at. I didn't make that shit up. Do you understand me? What they say in the public, what they say
Favor alongside other kids, lined up on tables like objects for guests to pick from, then returned for the next round once done. Things spiraled into chaos when the DJ cranked the music and lights flashed, with body cakes where people ate food straight off human tables, footage from Diddy's 2000s white parties eerily matching the scene. She details animals like donkeys and burros brought in for forced
mansion out. You know what I'm saying? And that's the day he had fired his cook, but that's a whole nother story. You know what I'm saying? It was me, Wolf, Mace, was Ock staying there? No, it was just me, Wolf, Mace, Puff, and there was one other person staying in the mansion. But anyway, long story short is that
stacks as crowds watched, leading to her and another girl vomiting, only to get their faces rubbed in it as punishment. That kind of darkness sparks outrage over the double standard. Others get booted from platforms for way less, but Snoop sails on untouched, hinting his shield isn't innocence but sheer clout. Gene Deal drops another bomb, revealing Biggie grew deeply wary of Snoop before his death.
And meat and milk. Added to the honeycomb.
You got a meal.
So you believe the Dwayne Martin story, that could have happened?
Of course. Everybody know that shit. Everybody knew they was just ain't nobody know Dwayne was folding him over like that, taking him to Pound Town.
Flat out distrusting him despite Snoop's claims they were tight. Gene Deal challenges the narrative of Snoop and Biggie being tight, pointing out no photos, no restaurant meetups, no joint smoke sessions in the studio despite Snoop's claims. They never truly linked up like that. Biggie straight up told his crew he didn't trust Snoop's constant calls and wouldn't share his location, a behind-the-scenes truth clashing with the public story.
Think about that. He had already been to the hospital. That situation that Gene was talking about. And you still took Bieber there. But you got custody of him first.
Yeah.
Diddy had already tried. They wouldn't let him.
Another big name absent from the doc is Kevin Hart, who rolled deep in Diddy's world, hitting up those infamous camps and events, even joking awkwardly on camera about dodging the bed. No homo, while praising Puff like a childhood brother over Frosted Flakes tussles. Viewers caught those laughs as red flags, hints of deeper knowledge Kevin danced around without spilling, structuring his quips.
Actually, someone made reference to the fact that Diddy trying to get at Bieber the way he was trying to get at Bieber was looking a little predatory. And then Usher came in and discovered it and managed him and got custody of him and promised to look after him. And then he sent him to the diddler. Does that sound like a good guy?
Bail early on weekdays and keep safe distance. That's likely why he skipped the documentary. Mastering the art of talking tough without crossing lines, now hit with online heat calling him out as a Diddy party hype man on tape. Online sleuths are grilling Kevin Hart over clips painting him as a Diddy party ringmaster, though he plays it cool, claiming he missed the wildest bits, like nearly tumbling into a tub of baby oil amid the girls. Bodyguard tales echo the vibe, guarding stars at these bashes over 20 years back, calling the debauchery rampant. Orlando Brown's wild rants finger Kevin among celebs, dismissed as unhinged but piling on the same suspects repeatedly, like claims Kevin took $50 million to get hard in that Will Ferrell flick, twisting his virgin hole, boasts into accusations. Yahoo! Meek Mill's deep Diddy ties make a sequel doc buzz no shock, with Gene Deal spilling on a birthday bash at $1.25K, rented mansion that left bloody sheets, used condoms, lube, razor blades, powder, and shattered bottles behind. No cops called, just disgust from the owner. Footage shows the 2014 chaos. Masked dancers, lingerie crowds, sushi off nude bodies, coke everywhere, Diddy wasted with Meek, French Montana, and more. A hedonistic blur now resurfacing amid the scandals. The property owner was floored by the wreckage after Diddy's $25,000 mansion rental for Meek Mill's birthday bash. Bloody sheets, used condoms, lube, razor blades, powder residue, and broken glass everywhere, hitting them with steep cleanup fees on top of deposits. Gene Deal stresses this came straight from the managers, not online gossip, spotlighting Meek's tangled Diddy history that insiders like Jaguar Wright say broke him down, turning the old Meek Mill into Meek Milk, reshaped by the scene's underbelly into someone selling fake red carpet perfection while hiding dark debts. She rips the facade, mocking how these stars peddle envy-worthy lives but lure folks into traps, like luring young guys over with promises of quick touches on camera after a sniff, all while wives play along. Meek's old fury over gay rumors online could explode with this sequel doc's glare. Then there's Jay-Z, the heaviest hitter rumored for Part 2, with jaw-dropping claims from voices branding Diddy, the devil, and Jay-Z his shepherd or direct player, potentially dragging him down for good if witnesses spill on the trap girls and boys still paying flesh debts in the machine. The sequel doc eyes Jay-Z's early Def Jam days with Rihanna, her US arrival, late-night huddles, rocket rise post-signing, while Tierra Mari got axed as she soared, insiders spotting a shady pattern in the pics. Whispers hit harder with claims of unclaimed kids like Ryu Satterwhite and mistresses vanishing mysteriously, but the bombshell twists Blue Ivy as Kathy White's daughter, Jay's late lover whose suspicious death synced perfectly with Beyoncé's pregnancy. Bey's bump caved on camera, hospital locked down like a press visit, parents booted from floors, $1.3 million allegedly paid for secrecy, surrogate whisk silent. Fueling theories Bey couldn't conceive naturally and snatched the child amid Kathy's demise, with voices like Jaguar Wright and Cat Williams demanding Jay spill what he knows. Pressure mounts for witnesses to step up before they vanish, with the sequel doc rumored to probe Jay-Z's Def Jam-era handling of Rihanna's fast-track entry to the US, those late-night strategy sessions, and her overnight glow-up post-contract, right as Tierra Mari got sidelined. Folks nearby sensed a rigged playbook in play. Gossip swirls darker around unclaimed kids like Ryu Satterwhite, mistresses lost to shady fates, and the wild pitch that Blue Ivy ties back to Kathy White, Jay's pregnant side piece who dropped dead from an aneurysm just a day after threatening to air their affair while he was wed to Beyoncé, her timeline eerily mirroring Bey's flop fake bump, the hospital's total blackout, parents turfed out, $1.3 million hush cash alleged, and a mute surrogate slip away. Jay's Vegas towel romp with Claudia gets dragged in too. Why dodge Kathy chat to clear the air? Especially since the first doc roasted everyone in Diddy's web but gave him a free pass, sparking Diddy and Jay-Z monster duo, shouts ignored for years as the victim pipeline churned. Jay's sipped lips amid Diddy's charges scream his MO. Spark chaos, let minions douse flames while he ghosts, but now the heat demands his voice, linking him professionally and privately to Weinstein, Epstein, R. Kelly, and Combs. Justin Bieber flips the script as a sequel lock, not a villain but a kid hurled into grown folk haze too soon, his haunted eyes in old Diddy clips, paired with Usher's morning cereal grapples, screaming trauma, much like his teary vows to shield Billie Eilish, or the Drake Millie Bobby Brown whispers, all pointing to industry beasts at work. Old clips capture Diddy boasting about having teenage Justin Bieber under his wing for 48-hour escapades, times too wild to spill, with Justin flashing that uneasy, lost kid vibe. Usher blazed the trail earlier, shipped off at 13, to Puffy Flavor Camp in New York, Diddy's chick-packed, orgy-fueled crash pad with Biggie, Lil' Kim, and the crew partying till dawn, where he glimpsed stuff so freaky he couldn't process it, staying up later than the adults, no chores. Just straight chaos he later swore he'd never unleash on his own kid. Usher, scarred from that haze, later handed young Justin off to Diddy on purpose, a move insiders call calculated grooming, grinning through it all while masking the darkness that once rushed that boy to the hospital. Voices like Jaguar Wright blast it raw. Usher's clean image hides a victim-turned-predator, dragging Bieber into the devil's grip, sucking on favors too long, and now facing a reckoning where, I don't recall, won't cut it if suits fly, proving even golden boys can flip sinister. Diddy had long-eyed teenage Justin Bieber, but management kept him at bay until Usher stepped in with guardianship, handing over temporary custody for those infamous 48 hours, right after Bieber's hospital scare, a handover that reeks of predator vibes despite Usher's clean-cut promise to protect him. Insiders paint Usher as no saint. Fresh off his own Flavor Camp trauma, he allegedly played procurer, passing the torch to stay out of the fire himself once he aged out, recruiting fresh talent for the industry's dark cycle, where victims groom the next wave. The first doc nixed Usher's segment as too grim even for Diddy's takedown, but sequel whispers drag and Suge Knight while voices pity Bieber, a stratospheric talent from humble roots, bigger than MJ, potential derailed by depression, drugs, and grown men turning romantic island getaways into kid-trapping hell, his pain leaking through music without spelling it out. Those solo, romantic, island trips with a young Justin Bieber and grown stars scream wrong on every level, pure predator optics that nobody questioned back then. Folks knew the score from Usher's own bed-sharing album sessions with Diddy that birthed 0 tracks, and even Suge caught Usher rolling eyes like a bruised lover after camp vibes, hinting at deeper scars behind his R&B king polish and dad status. Usher dodged the first doc to bury old wounds, but the sequel might yank him back in. Then looms Clive Davis, the untouchable exec towering over Diddy, music's godfather who molded Whitney, Alicia, and hoards more over 5 decades, schooling Puff in the game's shadows, their lover whispers and all. Clips show Clive feigning puffy amnesia when pressed, but rivals like Suge and Gene Deal finger him for payola scandals, heroin rings tied to Genovese mob via fixers, doping stations, and artists alike, dodging charges as labels shielded their empire. Dropping Clive's name would torch streaming giants, imprints, and media webs, crumbling the whole machine. Jaguar Wright links Clive Davis, not as Diddy's healthy guide, but as the puppet master who vaulted him into power, schooling him on backroom tricks and exploitation from day one. Doors flung open, then twisted into traps. She blasts Clive as a queen reigning in hell, smirking at whispers of intimacy that greased Puff's rise, questioning why R. Kelly's bus idled in Clive's driveway during the Chris Brown-Rihanna fallout, packed with video vixens, yet Me Too ghosts him while torching Weinstein, whose charges now crumble. With hashtag MeToo's roar fading to paid-off silence and Rose McGowan handed a post-breakup crusade, the sequel doc's name drops, from Snoop to Jay-Z, Bieber to Clive, could spark probes that topple industry titans. So sound off below on who else 50 Cent might unleash. YouTube.